much for tuning in. Merry Christmas to everyone. We're coming at you live from Republic Records Studios in Los Angeles, California. I've got my good friends here, Jimmy Z on sax. Yeah! Chuck Berghofer, the amazing on bass. Shelly Berg on keys. And we got Greg Field, the amazing Greg Field on drums. My name's Rob Christie. We got the amazing Victoria Factory coming right up right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one time. Angelina Jordan!
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bell ring. Snowing and blowing the bushes of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle in a jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle and a jingling feet. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carol being sung by the choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots from their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. But every mother's child is gonna spy to see if the reindeers really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase from kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. But every mother's child is gonna spy to see if a reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple faith from kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. night is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we got no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping. Yeah, I bought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the store. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, yeah, my dear, we'll still goodbye. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. We finally kiss goodnight. How I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we'll still goodbye. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Thank you so much, everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody tuning in all over the world. Literally, I'm seeing people from all over the world. Italy, Norway, of course, Australia, the Middle East, all over the place. We're here. Thank you for tuning in to Angelina Jordan's live stream. And this is her band that she's been playing with tonight. And we literally kind of put this together last minute. So we're so glad that you joined us. I'm so glad these guys joined us. That's for sure. We have Santa Claus on my left. Just kidding. No, this is, I'm going to introduce everybody real quick, and then I'm going to talk to Angelina a little bit here. But this is Chuck Berghofer. He's our bass player and literally one of my idols in life. And I was a bass player in college, and I first met this guy, which they probably don't even remember, but during Frank Sinatra duets. He was Frank Sinatra's bass player for a long time, and now he does all the big records around town like Michael Bublé and Seal, and we'll talk about more of that. So we're so happy to have Chuck Berghofer here. And of course, on Angelina's right, we have my good friend Jimmy Z, who's playing sax and harp. We call the harmonica harp in the biz, as we say. But Jimmy and I go back to the night. I go back to the. I'm not going to say how long with all these guys, but Jimmy toured with Etta James and has played with Angelina before. But he toured with Etta. I don't know. Should I say 16 years?
That's
Wow,
right.
16 years.
Recorded a few albums with her.
With one of our idols, Etta James, of course, and he's played with Rod Stewart and toured with Eurythmics. He's played stadiums all over the world. We're so lucky to have Jimmy Z. Then, of course, probably, in my opinion, one of the greatest drummers in the world and 8-time Grammy winning. Is it 8 or is it 9 Grammys? 8 Grammy. Hopefully it'll be 9. He's hopefully we'll get one this year for Greg Field, one of the amazing drummers of the world who has played with everybody, obviously from Sinatra and Bublé and Ella and Seal, and we were just talking about some other ones recently. Real quick, give me one or two of the new ones.
It sounds like I can't keep a job. Yeah, well, I don't play drums much anymore. I actually spend most of my time producing, and it really felt great to get back here and play. Chuck and I have been working together for over 30 years now. We were with Sinatra for 6 years, and as you were saying, Rob, we did the Sinatra duets records together. But for me, he's the perfect bass player. I so enjoy working with him. So for us to be able to come here and play, along with Shelley Berg, who is the third party of this crazy group that we get to play with. And recently, I produced Josh Groban, Placido Domingo, Ariana Grande. So it's pretty diverse, whatever comes up.
And I have noticed all this fun stuff that your family has put up here, thanks to, of course, Mary and Sarah and the whole family. But you know what? Look, let's all have a little toast to Angelina with our fancy Christmas mugs. We got a little hot cocoa. Chuck, my friends, cheers. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Rob,
Thank you so
congratulations.
much.
Yay.
Cheers,
I was
Del.
saying earlier, these marshmallows are bigger than my head.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it is. It's delish. I haven't had hot cocoa in a while. One more. Okay, so literally, questions are flying in from all over the world, and I know that some people had written in some questions. Pour vous, Angelina. So one thing that I wanted to talk about is what do you like to eat during the holidays, and do you have any traditions from Norway?
Well,
Christmas traditions from
the Christmas traditions in Norway is a little different, but I mean the similarities are pretty much like the same. Like here in the U.S., we celebrate in the 25th, right?
Yeah.
But there we do it the 24th, and we don't actually open the presents in the morning. We do it in the night time.
When does
Which
Santa
is-
come?
Santa comes in the nighttime
Okay.
instead of what happens here in the U.S. But it's just, so cozy, gathering with the family and, just have lots of fun and eat good food. And also, I don't know if you've tried before what it's called, glögg.
Glögg.
Yes.
I
Have you
have
tried
tried
it?
it.
Okay.
We can share this mic. I think you can hear both of us on this mic, but I've tried it, and we have some of it here, which is delish, but it's been
Yeah.
years since I've had it. So tell them about glögg.
Yeah, so it's a very special, like a holiday drink, which we drink in the Christmas time, and it's called glögg. And that's like,
Do I say it right? Glögg?
yeah,
glögg.
you do. Yes, you
How's
do.
it spelled?
It's GL, and then it's a Norwegian alphabet with like the it's a long story, but and then it's 2 G's, but yeah.
Well, it's delish. Okay.
Yes, and it's just about having. It's like it's a time where everyone is home and spending time with the family and just lots of happiness and yeah.
Well, cool. Here, let me ask a few questions. And like I said, I'm going to get to the guys in a second here, but I want to get to some of these questions from around the world. Okay, I'm just kind of going at random here. Renee De Vries. It looks like in France. Ooh. Is there something you are looking forward to particularly for the coming year?
Yes. I'm really excited to come with more music out. I've been working with lots of my original music, and hopefully they will come next year, 2022. And I'm really excited to share it with you all. Yes.
And you've been writing some songs.
Yes, I do write my own music, and that's really exciting because I'm working on my album right now, and
And you've done a lot here too.
yes, we've done that too.
At the North Pole. I did want to say we have switched the interview portion to the North Pole because of budgets and labor cuts and stuff. We had to move and save money. We're doing this live from the North Pole right now. But you did at the studio, Million Miles. We did a really nice version of that here.
Yes.
And Seventh Heaven. Those both came out, the singles, and they're great singles. And you co-wrote those, and they're excellent.
Thank you so much. Yes, I just feel like songwriting is a way of expressing my feelings more than like, I'm not really like a talkative person, so I like to express my feelings through the songs that I write. And
millions of people are watching, and the comments are just amazing. And I know that you appreciate your fans all over the world. So I'm sure you want to wish them a Merry Christmas all over the world.
yes, Merry Christmas to you all. I love you guys, and I can't wait to have concerts all over the world and see you all, your beautiful faces.
Well, how about that? All right, let's do a couple rapid fire, and then we'll get to questions with the guys here. This is a question from Johnny Jackson. Hi, Johnny Jackson. Are you writing your own songs? We just talked about that. Okay, so that's a yes. Check. Rapid fire questions. Roger Andrus. Thanks, Roger, for writing in. And thanks for tuning in, of course. When you begin to build a U.S. concert tour, an update on Grandma Mary. Am I reading this? An update on Grandma Mary. We were all so concerned. Jason and Sue Williams. Okay, this is actually two questions. Forgive me. Is there an update on Grandma Mary?
Yes. First, I want to thank all of you for all the support and all the prayers. I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. For the past 2 years since COVID started, it's been crazy, and it's been a weird year. I've had a lot going on with my grandma, but hopefully she'll get better soon. But yes, thank you.
And she's here.
She is here. She's my everything. I love her so much.
Well,
Oh, here you go.
yeah. And Mary, we're thinking about you always, and we love Mary. Everybody, yay.
Yes.
What is your favorite cover that you've sang? And that's from Lisa Sue. Hey, Lisa Sue. Merry Christmas. What's your favorite cover song you've sang?
Such a tricky song because, like, they're all amazing, and I love all the songs that I've covered till now. There's so many, like, it's not like one I can specifically pick.
There's a good one coming up. If you stick around and keep watching, there's a really good one I know
Yes.
you're going to love. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, you want me to say it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we're doing "You Say" by Lauren Daigle, or is
Lauren Daigle.
Daigle. But honestly, like, I think one of my favorite songs has to be like from either Billie Holiday or like Frank Sinatra. Yeah.
Speaking of, let's talk to the guys a little bit, because I did want to touch on Frank a little bit, because that's originally how I met Greg and Chuck, was with our friend Al Schmidt and Phil Ramone at Capitol Records doing the Duets records. And then I first met you guys at the Marriott Desert Springs for, I believe it was Frank's last show he ever did. And can you tell me about any like traditions maybe that, like, did you do like Christmas shows with Frank or anything?
Christmas shows. We probably did, but I did so many.
Is there any fun memories you want to share?
Bob, every memory was a fond memory with him. It was, well, first of all, I can go back a ways. In the 60s, I recorded a couple of things with him, and he asked me to go with him then. And Tommy Tedesco with the Wrecking Crew said, if you do that, kiss the studio work goodbye. So I didn't go. Then I waited. In the 80s, I got called again, and I was out with Barbra Streisand doing this thing. So I didn't go. And finally in the 90s, I decided to go, and I didn't ask for anything. I just said yes. And it was probably one of the greatest periods of time I've had. I started with him in 1990. We used an English orchestra, and they were wonderful. And the harpist is my present wife now, so we've been married 25 years. So every time I see a picture of Frank, I say, thank you. You know, and Junior was very helpful. Frank Sinatra Jr. was conducting for us at that time, you know. But Frank was getting toward the end, you know, and thank God we got to play with him before he went, because there's nobody ever like him again, you know.
That is awesome. And there's another connection, because I know, Quincy Jones was doing charts, obviously, for Frank, and he had great stories about Frank. But I wanted to ask, because Angelina, you performed with Quincy as well, Quincy Jones. I'm sure you guys all have known him and worked with him. Yeah. Tell us about Quincy Jones. When did you play with him?
So I opened the show for him in the O2 Arena in London, and it was just like an unforgettable moment. I will always have that memory in my heart, and it was so amazing. I sang "Fly Me to the Moon." Wow. I love that song.
Oh, we know it.
Did he? Well, that was Count Basie, right? So, did he ever do a chart for? He probably did that for Frank, maybe.
You mean Basie?
No, did Quincy ever do that chart?
Oh yeah, no, he did a lot. Before I was Frank's drummer, I was Basie's drummer when I was a kid, and we would work with Frank 2 or 3 times a year. But most of those arrangements, "Fly Me to the Moon," Quincy did a lot, because Basie and Frank made 2 records together, and Quincy conducted both of them. But there were a number of writers besides Quincy. But a lot of the stuff that we all know and love was Q.
And that's amazing. You sang at the O2 Arena with him. And also, we want you to know that Angelina has been working with some new young producers that are doing an awesome job with her new music. Tonight's more, this is Christmas. It's about traditions. It's about holiday music and jazz. And we just want to have some fun with some cats who can just wail and swing. We wanted to swing a little bit.
Rob, this is what's so weird, is we never record Christmas music at Christmas time. We make Christmas records in July and August, right?
Yeah.
And so this is rather unusual. Normally we're home baking cookies.
And it's so great that you guys are tuning in, because we threw this together so last minute. So thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to keep going this way, because Jimmy Z, my old pal, we've been doing some Christmas gigs together lately, but there's a funny story he told me, because he used to play for Dr. Dre, and you might know the little band NWA. A lot of big Christmas hits NWA had, Straight Outta Compton, Straight Outta Christmas. But Dr. Dre said something that was funny to me the other day about sleigh bells. What were you saying about sleigh bells?
Well, if you listen to a lot of Dre's recordings, he's always, and it was never during Christmas, but I was in the studio with him about 3 years straight. There's always sleigh bells on them. Not all every song, but pretty much a big percentage. I'm going, what's up with the bells? He goes, it's cool. I said, okay. He really likes sleigh bells on,
Who knew sleigh bells were so big in rap music?
Just check it out,
NWA. Did you actually see the movie Straight Outta Compton?
Yes, I did. And as a matter of fact, that time period of the movie is when I was with Dre, from 89 to... Well, then Suge Knight came in when we were doing my record. I was signed to Ruthless Records from Eazy-E and Dre. They came to see me at the China Club, of all places.
I remember it well.
And, What was the question?
I just thought it was funny about that Dre had sleigh bells on everything.
Yeah,
It's
you
just so
know,
funny.
well,
Speaking of Christmas connection there.
Yeah.
But also Jimmy, like I said, has toured with Etta James, who is one of Angelina's favorites. But you should go look up some videos from like his tours. He's played Wembley Stadium. The Wembley Stadium Eurythmics video blows my mind. Your solos on that. So you should look that up when you get a chance.
Thank you.
And also toured with Rod Stewart, who we also love.
I was only in L.A. I got here around 1980, 81. I was there 6 months, and he saw me in a little club on the Strip. It's a Viper Room now. It used to be called the Central. And I got with Rod after. I didn't want to tell anybody. I know guys that lived here 10, 12 years hadn't done too much. But I was right in with him, and when we were working at the record plant, that's how I met Roseman and all that. And we did all the records there for about 5 years, you know.
And I met Rod Stewart right in this room, actually, and he's one of my favorites of all time, as are all of us.
It was like commando training.
I'll bet. Let's talk about like a few more Christmas. I have more questions from people, so many to get through, but I do want to talk about some modern record. You guys have been recording like with Bublé Christmas stuff. You want to talk about that, Greg? Recording with Bublé and
Yeah, you can't have more fun in the studio than recording with Michael Bublé. Everybody's having a great time. It's great musicians. It's great arrangements, and he just he walks into the room and he fills it with joy. What I like, Chuck and I really love it when a singer does this. He stands in the middle of the room, right in the middle of the orchestra. So basically, what there's not going to be any fixes, and when he's not singing in a booth. It's just he feels the magic of the band, like you were singing tonight, just standing right in front of us, and you feel that thing, right? It's different than if you're in a booth and you're isolated. And what a compliment I want to give you, Angelina. This is the first time we've met and worked together, but and I'm not exaggerating this. You have a gift for storytelling, and the greatest singers that we've worked with, Bublé. Certainly Ella Fitzgerald, certainly Frank Sinatra, for me Luther Vandross, if you remember Luther. Basically, they were wired so that whatever they said, they meant. And Frank famously said, I never let my singing get in the way of my storytelling. And I was really impressed. You've got a natural musical ability, but for me, it's the ability to tell a story. And you do it so organically and it's effortless, and I know Chuck feels the same way. You're just such a giant talent, and
thank you so much, Greg. That honestly means beyond the world to me. Like, it's so special coming from you, and I'm never gonna forget what you just said because it means so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you
from the heart.
Thank you.
Let's get to some more questions. Let's get to some more questions from folks around the world. Let me see. Going through what are some new projects you're working on? We talked about that. And by the way, go look up Million Miles if you haven't heard it yet. It's amazing. Go look up Seventh Heaven. We love those songs. And she co-wrote those. This is from Boris Polinovsky. Boris Polinovsky. There had been so many excellent performances done with Egil Clausen. Is that right? Egil Clausen. Do you have plans to perform with him again? Am I saying that right?
Oh, yes. Are you talking about my guitar player? Oh, okay.
E-G-I-L?
Yes, Egil, yes. I've been playing since I was like literally 7 with him, and then touring with him like around the whole world. He's amazing. And yes, answering your question, we will definitely play more shows and do covers together for sure. I love him. Yeah, he's amazing.
All right, let's do this. Let's do a couple rapid fire questions for. Why don't you give her that mic, Jim, real quick, and we'll go some rapid fire questions. Okay, a couple rapid fire questions for Angelina. What led you to become a singer?
So, music found me at a very early age, and ever since, that's like what I want to do my whole life. Like, music means everything. It's like breathing for me. And yeah, I just feel like music has so much to do. Like it's so meaningful because in this world it shares love, and it has stories behind each and every song, and it just has a lot to say, you know. And
we've talked
yeah.
about this before too, and I've talked about this. I think, you know, when people ask me or ask you guys about being in the music business and, you know, if they should do this, if they should do that, I think if people even have to ask about it's not for them. It's just, it's so ingrained in your whole spirit and your blood. It's just, there's nothing else you can do. And you just keep going, you keep doing it, and you find an audience. And believe me, you know, people love you. And like I said, it's just one of those things that's just ingrained in your soul. Okay, rapid fire. Are there any other musicians in your family?
Not really, but my grandma, she's my inspiration. I love her so much. She is a multi-talented artist. She's a painter, actually, and she's just inspired me so much my whole life. Like ever since I wanted to sing, she's always been, you know, supporting me and believing in what I want to do. And I've just been so blessed to have my whole family believing in my dream. And
That's so nice, and I'm sure these guys know about that. And these guys probably don't know, but when you perform, you always perform barefoot.
I am. Actually, I have a funny story to tell you guys. So, I had a concert, like, I think it was around Christmas time. And so I had a show in New York for the Rainforest. It was this huge concert. And so, like, right before I'm going to stage, I'm in the backstage. And then I didn't know they had these mouse traps. And it was dark, so I couldn't see them.
Oh, no.
And so, I'm bare feet, and then I walk like towards the stage, and then I get stuck. I'm like, wait, what is happening? And then, you know, I let my mom know, and my grandma Mary and Mike, and I'm like, hey, I'm like stuck, like it won't come out. And the mouse trap, it was like a super glue, like, and then the lady that was presenting, like, me, like, please welcome Angelina, and she was like, Angelina, like, when are you coming? And then I was so, like, it really stressed me out because I really needed to go. And so, oh my God, we had to bring like tissue paper and like water, and it was so stressful. But after like it took a while, but I got onto the stage and I sang.
Did it hurt? I mean, was there some pain involved?
Yes, it was. I actually got like some bruises on my feet because obviously the glue was so strong. But you know, that's unforgettable.
I'm gonna have I have an upright bass in there. There's nobody in the world that I would let sign or do anything to this. There's one person in the world I would like to sign my upright bass. I'm going to let you talk amongst yourself. Talk about Seth MacFarlane. Talk about all your... hold on. I'm going to go grab it. This is going to be good. Keep going.
Really? I'm trying to think. My God.
Well, tell the story about these boots are made for walking.
Oh
I mean, the most famous bass line in the history of bass lines,
that was
and
back
that was
in
Chuck.
1966, I believe, and Nancy Sinatra. And it was a recording we're doing with her, several tunes, and this was the last thing we did. It was like a throwaway. They weren't going to do it even. No, let's we have time, let's do it. So we did it, and it was Boots Are Made for Walking. And that lick, dee, 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 I played, I can't believe anybody would remember it at this point in life, that long ago, but it's still unbelievable. So there's not one job, and you can ask Greg about this, that I haven't thrown it in somewhere.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
It's just only because people still know exactly what it is. And there's not very many things that long ago that you can remember even.
Well, and you were also responsible for the second most famous line, which, if you remember TV from many years ago, Chuck came up with a bass line for a TV show called Barney Miller. Nobody remembers the TV show, some do, but whenever you hear that bass line, and that was on electric bass, right?
Well, that was I was doing Carol Burnett's show at the time, and we had a 3-hour lunch break, and I went over to TTG during that period of time, and I was playing a lot of electric bass then. And we had this show to do, and so we played the arrangement that they arranged, and then the head guy came out and said, "Well, this guy's a cop in New York. I like to just start with the electric bass playing something," and I played that lick, and that became a big famous thing, which I didn't get paid for either, by the way. But they called me for every job after that. It took me a long time to figure out. I got paid, but I mean, I didn't get. It wasn't I didn't own the music. But they hired me for every single thing they did.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
But wait, you got a bass behind you. You got to play the lick. I mean, come on.
Got to play the lick, and then I'm going to have Chuck sign my bass if you don't mind.
These boots.
And do you have a couple minutes for a couple more rapid fire questions with Angelina? I'm going to give a few with her, just like 2 minutes. But let's get him to sign this, and of course play the song.
You got to play the lick.
Do you know these boots are made for walking? Keep singing.
Yes. These boots are made for walking. And that's what
Oh well, I don't have the peg out.
one of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Love. Oh my God.
Wow.
Are you ready?
Bravo.
Wow.
Bravo. Are you ready,
Oh
Boots?
my God.
something like that.
Actually,
Yeah.
could you guys hear Boots? Let's just make sure we get the mic on Boots once.
Yes.
These boots are made for walking.
Yes.
And that's just what they'll do.
One of these days
these boots are gonna walk all over.
These boots. Oh my God. These boots are made.
Thank you, Chuck
for
Berghofer. Can you?
And that's just
I'm,
what
do
they
you want to sign the
do.
sign of it? Hold on, wait.
One of
Not the-
these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Love that song.
Yeah. That's a piece of history, right?
I would never let anybody sign my bass, but there's only one person in the world who can sign my bass. Is that Sharpie working okay, Chuck?
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Yay.
You saw it here. It's going straight to eBay.
It's an NFT.
You can always rub it off too, because it's only. I've had people do stuff to my bass by carving it into there.
Say that again?
I've had carvings in basses before sometimes because you can wipe this off. That's all.
Well, I'm thrilled, and thank you so much for doing that. And I'm going to ask Ange a few more questions, but let me get this out of your way and have a seat.
Yes.
That's your bass.
All right, a couple rapid fire questions here, and we're going to let these cats go. Who is your current, and we'll try and go through them quick. You ready?
Yes.
Who is your current inspiration and role model?
My artist, I would say Adele. I really look up to her music, the meaning of the songs that she writes about, and the storytelling.
We did Angelina and I did a cover on her covers channel.
It was insane.
Talking to the mic.
Cute.
Great.
Oh my God! Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I'm sorry. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, no, I heard it. It was incredible, actually.
Thank you so much.
It was the first big hit she had out this year, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Easy on
And
me.
Ange
Easy on me,
did
yeah.
it like the very
Yeah,
day
I
it
know.
came out, or the next day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that's real old school, because there's a famous story about the Beatles putting an album out on a Friday, and on Sunday in London, Jimi Hendrix was covering it. and the Beatles were in the audience. There's what the hell, right?
Wow.
But yeah, no, it was. You sounded magnificent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, a couple more. Let's see here. These are a few more from Ronaldo as well. Which singer would you like to meet and why? I bet Adele is one of them, probably.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Oh my God. That's a really hard question.
I bet you one of them, these microphones. Remember we talked about this.
Yes, you were talking about that the weekend. He recorded his full After Hours album on these two mics, right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, not these kind of mics, these actual
These
mics.
actual mics.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's insane. Yes.
We like The Weeknd. He just did the Super Bowl
yes,
as
love
well,
him.
which
He's
was awesome.
amazing.
What is the best advice you've ever been given?
It would be from Quincy Jones that always believe in yourself and don't let anything stop you from what you're doing,
Exactly. Well said, Quincy. And we all love Quincy. And then we do want to shout out, of course, to our good friend Al Schmidt, who we all kind of worked with, and we love Al Schmidt, and of course Phil Ramone. These are guys that I wish you could have worked with. They're the best in the biz, and that's how I kind of met these cats as well.
Al Schmidt, who had most Grammys, 22. He unfortunately passed away this year, but he recorded the original Moon River and Pink Panther.
And by the way, Greg's father-in-law is the famous Henry Mancini, who won the Oscar for. He won an Oscar for, didn't he? For Breakfast at Tiffany's.
He won 2 that night. He won for the score for Breakfast at Tiffany's and Moon River for best song, and then he won another one the next year for The Days of Wine and Roses, and then went 25 years without winning an Oscar. And the last one was for a film called Victor Victoria with Julie Andrews, which was a great film. But yeah, he was pretty good.
And Greg's wife is the great Monica Mancini, who is also an incredible jazz singer and a good friend of ours. And I love Monica's voice, and you've produced some of her work as well, and it's stellar.
If you can produce your wife over 5 records and she hasn't killed me yet, it must be okay.
Yeah. Okay, a couple more. We'll let everybody go. How do you prepare before going on stage? Angelina.
Only good vibes, warming up the voice, of course, and
hot chocolate, of course. Yeah.
Obviously, yes. Hot chocolate and being with my little sister, my mom, grandma, my amazing uncle Michael, and just have this good energy before going on stage.
And still, just questions from all over the world. Here's one. Is there anything you miss from your childhood?
Yes, a lot of things, but especially spending time with my grandpa. I had such good memories with him. He was the most amazing person in this world, so kind, and I just wish I had him with me right now, spending Christmas time with him. But sadly he passed away around 2 years ago, and I love him so much, and I think about him every day. But actually, in this period of the COVID time,
which we're all tested and
yes,
vaxxed, all of us, and we just all got tested.
My uncle, he got a baby. Her name is Athena, and she'll be my niece. And I just feel like she's brought so much light into my life, and I literally have songs that I've written about her, and the love and all that. And actually Michael got another baby like a week ago.
I know. Congrats, Mike.
And it's just so amazing being around them.
Well, here,
the
cheers.
two
Let's all
little
give a
angels.
toast everybody, to Mike's baby and, of course, to
Yes.
Grandpa and to all our families at Christmas time.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is so heavy, I don't think I can get that.
It is. Oh, my gosh. Cheers. Hold on.
Yes.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
Yay.
So, final thought. There's a lot of people we want to thank, but of course, we want to thank Sarah, who's Angelina's mom, and
Sarah,
Mike, and Mary, of course, and everyone at Republic, and Sean Phelan, who's back there recording this, and the whole crew. We thank you guys.
Yes. Thank
And
you so
of
much.
course, Shelley Berg, who was playing incredible piano for us, and Victoria Fatu, who was she's played piano all over the world, and and I have to say one more thing about these guys. We played on, I think, one of the biggest Christmas songs of all time, or not we, but you guys. I was able to produce you guys on "Baby It's Cold Outside," which was the Dean Martin and Martina McBride version, which is played
yes, you
thousands
produced
and
that,
thousands
yes.
of times every year still. So go check out these guys playing on Dean Martin and Martina McBride, "Baby It's Cold Outside." It's awesome.
It must have been the bass.
It must have been the bass.
Yeah, right.
Chuck swings it, but thanks so much to Chuck Berghofer and
Yes,
Jimmy
thank
Z,
you so
Greg
much.
Field. And any final thought before we go?
I just can't thank you all enough for coming. It means so much to me. And just sitting with you guys, with these legendary people, it means so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So do we.
Oh, you bless you.
And we can't wait to hear the new music this
Yeah.
year. And next Christmas, you'll be 16 years old. You'll be old hat at this.
January.
But wherever you are, anywhere in the world, we know you've been writing in from Europe and Asia and Australia, and I saw Middle East and South America. Wherever you are, peace on earth. God bless us all. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you
Merry
so much for
Christmas,
tuning
everyone.
in. And stick around. We got a few more songs coming up from Angelina.
We do. So this next song is a very special song to me. It's actually been changing my whole life in many different ways. We were actually not supposed to do this song today, but since a lot of you guys requested to do this song, we're gonna give it a shot. Are you guys ready? Okay. Anywhere the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, to me. Too late, my
my time has come. Send shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, yeah. I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Gotta get out, just gotta get out of here. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
Thanks so much, Shelley Berg, for coming out on our live stream for Angelina Jordan. What do you think of Angelina as a singer?
I
She's
think
15 years old.
She's one of the most amazing talents I've seen come along in my career.
God, thank you
and I've been
so
doing
much.
I've been doing this a while. You're fabulous.
And you are like 5-time Grammy nominated? Is that what it is?
I am.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. It's so great to have you. And things change all the time, and Shelley was able to jump in last minute and help with a lot of these charts and stuff, literally on the fly. So thank you so much for that.
I'm so glad I got to do this.
And you played with Chuck and Greg a lot, but like I
Yeah.
know you did the White House Christmas playing for the president. And
Yeah,
stuff.
several times
What was
with a
that
lot
like?
of stars.
Yeah.
You know, talk about on the fly, everybody from Aretha Franklin to James Taylor to Joshua Bell, you know, and you hope everything goes right, but you're filming live. And I remember one of the shows, the only person I wasn't playing for was Patti LaBelle. She had her own pianist. So I stepped off the stage, and they go, "Ladies and gentlemen, Patti LaBelle," and her piano player's not there.
Oh, wow.
He had gone to the restroom, and he didn't realize that the president was in the house, and you can't just walk back in. And the Secret Service stopped him. And so I saw there was no pianist, jumped up on the stage. Patty started singing. She turned around and it's like, oh, there's another guy on the piano. Wow. So, it was kind of like today. You jump in
like
and good things happen.
Well, so wait, the Secret Service actually stopped him when he tried to come back.
Oh, yeah. He said, don't you know who I am? I'm Patti LaBelle's piano player. I was like, sorry, president's in the house. You can't come back through here.
Yeah, now you're Angelina's piano player. So
I hope.
That's going to be Secret Service. So thanks so much for coming. And Merry Christmas to you. And anything you want to add to having Shelley? How is it having him?
I mean, it's an honor. Thank you so much for coming. It's, I can't believe it, and it means a lot. And you're truly amazing.
This is the first time we've met, so literally on the fly, he was helping us with stuff, and Victoria did a nice job on her track or two that she was playing on, and we have more to come, so stick around.
Absolutely, and happy holidays, everybody.
Thanks, Shelley.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glistening and children listening to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate for inviting me to your beautiful homes. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This song is dedicated to all of you. It's called You Say, and you guys have just been so nice to me, saying all these beautiful, kind words, and this is for you.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just a sum, or every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. You say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. Oh, I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I found my worth, in you I find my identity. You say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every victory.